bring them out. You just heard the sound of the king of the South. T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Monster. I need y'all to rewind this and play this from the top. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out.
I won't doubt it, he won't mislead all his followers. Praying on the process, mind and spirit. Feel like I'm floating in my prime time. One life, live it right now. One life, live it in.
Goodbyes, that's life. For times, for life. For life, from now, my eyes. Thank God I'm free tonight.
Got God on the line, to the devil I'm fine. He always trying his best. Top of the pole, me and my bros. When the story gets told, it's gonna be BMF. Down hard, it wasn't made easy. You can't live twice. Thank God I'm breathing. We gotta go now. One life, live it right now. One life, live it in.
Goodbyes, that's life. For times, for life. For life, from now, my eyes. Thank God I breathe tonight.
Still no pressure. Thank God I breathe. Cause I speak is what they need. I tell no lies. I'm still up top and still can't drop what they not. Yeah. Last day was filled over slaps. I guess gotta run it back. Didn't like the way that went down. After it was, I admitted it turned to a beast. This that right here that get me going. After I put me a way that we killing the critics and killing the hate. Might gotta talk to a priest. The way we evolved and knock down walls, it's outrageous. A quarterback calls, I don't like 12 except Tom Brady. Can short my stock, I still stack tall, you still can't trade me. Storms are minor, but you know.
It's week 1 of the 2025 season, where we'll see 2 of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Giants and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of being... Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw, May. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In motion goes the tight end. To the air, May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing here is May. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So here are the Giants now in great field position to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. To throw, here's Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Travis Kelce, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Chicago works their way back on the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
They go play action now. May. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, 44 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ja'Marr Chase, 74 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Strong running at the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Shedding the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Harris. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
They'll throw with May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's May. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's May. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll go is a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Nix to the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been coughing them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
2nd and 4.
Quick slant caught by Pierce.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Play action. May. That's taken in. Dontavian Wicks.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
On play action, May. Finding Pierce on a crossing route. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll make sure he's touched down.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Adonai Mitchell.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bears have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Opinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
2nd and 6. To throw is Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing Nix. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the play fake, Nix. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Nix. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Nix looking to throw again. And this one complete again to Mims. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Rondale Moore from 8 yards out. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening week. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Nix. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Nix. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Warren will try the right side.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense and Drake May headed back on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing here is May. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. Fighting through. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw, here's Nix. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelce.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead
and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Jaylen Warren.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
To the air, May.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Now he's free at the 35.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now it's Nix. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Nix to the air.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1 and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday.